Oh, good afternoon, everyone out there watching on YouTube live. We're live on Royal Caribbean, Oasis of the Seas in Port Miami. Welcome to the replay viewers. We're going to share this right now. So, okay, we were sharing this, actively sharing this. Welcome to the live chat. We are on Royal Caribbean, Oasis of the Seas, and we're... Why? Because we have to go, we dock, we have to go all the way down to the Turning Basin and make that turn. It's a beautiful 75-degree day in Miami, and look at all of the boats docked here. You got sailboats, you got small boats, you got yachts. This is the most beautiful sailaway on any cruise ship. Cruise ships been coming here to the Port of Miami since the 1950s. Royal Caribbean headquarters here since 1972. We are going to be going towards downtown Miami into the Turning Basin to turn the ship around and then head out towards the Bahamas. And this is a 7-night Caribbean cruise. Tomorrow we will be in Nassau, Bahamas. Tuesday we will be in Coco Cay. We have a sea day, we'll be in Labadee. We have another sea day, we'll be in Falmouth, Jamaica. Hey Josh, you used to live in this when I grew up here. Yeah, this is rare that they dock the ship facing backwards. Usually in the morning, like on the morning of the return to the port, they will come all the way down here about like 5 in the morning, and they'll turn around in the basin and then dock right back where we were in Terminal A, and then when they leave, they just head out. So here we have to turn around. You did the same cruise for Christmas. Love me, Oasis of the Seas. Tons of boats down there past the other side of Star Island. There was a bunch of boats. And over by Key Biscayne on the other side, tons of them. This is called Dodge Island. This little... I'm not sure if it was man-made or not, but used to have parrot jungle over here. Now they have some kind of attraction. It's over there. You see the colorful stuff. This was the original location of Parrot Jungle. There's the tunnel. The tunnel right there. See that? That's like the entrance to the tunnel. So the tunnel goes underneath there. It goes underneath here. So it's underneath the water. It actually comes down over there. So the tunnel goes underwater, like somewhere over there. So there's the attraction. I don't know if it's a museum now or something, but it used to be where Parrot Jungle used to be. Long time ago. So this is a very rare thing for the cruise ships to actually go opposite way and make their turn in the Turning Basin. There's the Miami Police. Keeping everyone away from us. There is the high-rise section, part of it, near downtown Miami. I'll show you off in the distance, geography. Downtown Fort Lauderdale, right there. That's downtown Fort Lauderdale. And as you Move your way down the coast. You can see Miami Beach and South Beach. We'll be passing on the other side of that. Jungle Island is on the westbound side. The colorful building is the Children's Science Center. Okay, thank you for that. Jungle Island is over there. Jungle, right there. Okay, Jungle Island. Used to be Parrot Jungle. I knew Parrot Jungle was over here somewhere, but it used to be Parrot Jungle. Thank you to Journey with Josh. And looks like some people over here playing racket sports. Tennis, looks like. Weather's beautiful. Couldn't be any better. It's a little chilly in the shade, believe it or not. Now you're coming up to some yachts here. We're getting near the Turning Basin. Look at the size of this thing. Wow. That thing, AHPO, has a name on it. AHPO. Apple. Man, that thing is huge. That thing can go just about anywhere. That's amazing. It is tied up, which is, well, that's weird how it's tied up on this side. It's got underwater, the rope's going underwater, so there may be tied up to, they have some pilings underwater, and the ropes, see where those orange buoys are? Those stay afloat, so they just tie up to that, maybe? They tie up to something underwater. That's a huge yacht. It looks like it has a helicopter landing thing on it. Man, that thing has to be 200-foot yacht. Worth millions. On the other side to the left would be Bayside Marketplace. But here's some other yachts here. You know, the one behind it is respectable. It's a huge yacht right there. That's probably like a 50-foot, 40-foot maybe. But this thing is huge. And that one is huge. That's got a helicopter landing pad on it. Helicopters don't like to land on vessels. They usually will hover over and use the cables to bring them up, guests, you know, that are being evacuated. But that's a more traditional looking yacht right there. Man. And there's some smaller ones docked in there behind. And look at that little baby one. Even though it's huge, it's baby compared to these. This is the kind of yacht you see in Below Deck. Wow. That's crazy. Hey, please give this video a thumbs up, if you would. So there is only part of the high rises that stretch all along the waterfront, on Bayfront here in Miami. We're near the Turning Basin now, and we will be turning around, and you will be able to see the other side here in a few minutes. We'll be turning around in the Turning Basin. But look at these yachts, man. These are just... Any one of these would cost $1 million. I mean, the small ones would cost, you know, close to $1 million. Or well into six figures, 5 or 6. All right, we're losing connectivity. I'm going to try to go on the Cricket. Should I go on Cricket Wireless or should I go on Starlink? I'm not sure. I need to take one or the other. We're gonna go on the Starlink. So we're gonna be on the Voom internet, SpaceX Starlink internet. Look at the size of this one. Almost as big as that one over there. Welcome to Miami. There's the Intracoastal Waterway. It's how you get from point A to point B. They have police there blocking, make sure no boats come this way. And there's the Intracoastal Waterway, the channel comes through there, goes out, and under that, you can go all the way up to Jacksonville and beyond. Okay, we are in the Turning Basin. We're still moving forward. So the front of the ship is that way. The back of the ship is that way. So we had to actually go in all the way to the Turning Basin in right near downtown. So when we turn, I'm not sure which way they're going to turn. Maybe they're going to, let's see, flip the front end, see which way the front end's going to go. They might turn the front end that way and flip the ship around. So it's like this, it's going to flip it around, and then it's going to head out. So right now we're in the process of turning. You can't see downtown right now because of the structure. I'm on deck 14, so they have this overhang. And the other balconies below don't have the overhang, so you can see them down there. I can't remember the last time I had a deck 14 balcony. This was a balcony where the cruise line picks the location. You can save money that way when they pick the location. So this is in Port of Miami. We are going in the Turning Basin to turn around. So this is one of the rare times the Oasis of the Seas or any Royal Caribbean ship in Terminal A docked in facing in. Usually they do this Turning Basin maneuver when they dock for the last day of the cruise. They will come down here like at 5 in the morning. They'll turn around, they'll go back out, and then they'll dock in the terminal. But in this case, they docked in straight in, so now we have to do the turning maneuver here at Sailaway at 5:15 in the afternoon, and they have to go very slow. And there's the Miami police keeping everyone away. But it's a beautiful day, lots of boats out, lots of yachts. See downtown Fort Lauderdale off in the distance behind that building. And look at the yachts here in Miami. Wow. Okay, we are flipping the front of the ship that way. So it's going to turn around. I'm sorry, the back of the ship. That's the back of the ship. Front of the ship's down here. So the back of the ship's flipping around, and so the front of the ship is eventually going to turn till the front faces that way, and then we're going to take off. But in the meantime, you have Grandeur of the Seas, baby sister, oldest, smallest ship in the fleet, is Royal Caribbean Grandeur of the Seas. There is a Carnival ship. I think they had a couple of Carnival ships. They had the Carnival Celebration earlier. So this is the back of the ship. They're flipping it around. The front of the ship, they're going to turn it, and we're going to go all the way. And so we're going to be able to face that side. You're going to be able to see Key Biscayne and some more yachts. You're going to see Fisher Island. Fisher Island was originally man-made, dredged up. It was mangroves. It was dredged and filled into an island by Carl Fisher. Who is Carl Fisher, by the way? We're on Royal Caribbean Oasis of the Seas. So Fisher Island was built by Carl Fisher, and he invented headlights for automobiles, particularly for the Indianapolis 500. And he made a fortune, so he built his own island. And he sold it, and I can't remember to who, but he sold it for like one of these big yachts. He sold Fisher Island for like a big yacht. basically traded. And lo and behold, here we have Virgin Voyages, the Scarlet Lady. So there is an adults only cruise, 18 and older only. Got to be 21 to drink. And I'm on a deck 14 balcony. I'll show you my room. You want to see my room? I haven't unpacked yet. But that's the basics of this room. And as you can see, we are turning around. There's the Scarlet Lady. Looks like some kind of a ferry boat. Well, this is going to be the last one. Scarlet Lady's going to be the last one. Well, there's another ship down there. I think it's Norwegian. So it looks like there's 3 ships in the channel right now. There's Grandeur, there's a Carnival ship, and there is MSC maybe? This looks like MSC over here. So that might be a Norwegian or another Carnival, I can't tell. But anyway, there's 3 ships in the channel now. The Carnival celebration was already beyond that. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That makes 7 ships in Port of Miami. Look how busy this is. It's a busy port. 7 ships in port. And there is your Virgin Voyages Scarlet Lady. Yes, we are turning. Do you see us on a cam? You see us on a webcam? Oh, the live stream, Miami showing. Nice. So make sure you hit the thumbs up, please. Yeah, usually they do this turning maneuver, 5 in the morning on the last day of the cruise. And you can see the old drawbridge over there. The old road and the new road. I think that old road is abandoned. The drawbridge just stays up. But that's the old bridge and the new bridge. Webcam from Miami, live stream, nice. That's on the other side of me. So there is a tourist boat. There's another tourist boat. There is the Miami Police. So I'm not sure the order of the MSC ship getting out of there, but there's 3 ships in the channel right now. Probably a Norwegian and a Carnival and the Grandeur of the Seas. And then we're making that final turn. We'll be heading out. And there is downtown. And they have a Ferris wheel set up. I don't know if there's a carnival going on, or is that a new permanent fixture to Bayside? But there is Bayside Marketplace. I remember coming there when it was first opened up. It was first built probably around like 1987, 1986. So I don't know. That looks like a permanent fixture. That Ferris wheel. That round thing there, it used to be a restaurant. It is a beautiful day. It's a little chilly in the shade. I was surfing on the Flow Rider and for about 4 hours, and the water was not heated. It was not nice. It was chilly. So any little bit of wind, you get chilly. So that used to be a restaurant. It was down for a while. Now they repurposed it for something else. But there is an eye, like a London Eye or whatever. They have one in Orlando. I think they call it the Icon. But I remember when that building, where is it? Right there. Right there. See that hotel right there? Right beyond the Ferris wheel? The Intercontinental. I remember when that was the only thing you could see. It was the tallest thing standing on that whole stretch. That hotel right there was the tallest thing, just sticking up all by itself among all. Now look at it. Wow. You will be on the MSC Seaside. I will try that ship one of these days. So there's your little tour boat. There's the arena where the Miami Heat play, I believe. Look at that skyline. Like I said, that hotel right there, see where the Ferris wheel is, that one right behind it? That's the Intercontinental Hotel. That was one tall building standing there, and there was nothing else there. Everything is, now you can't even see it, but I remember when that was just there by itself, tall building, and now it's like just amongst everything else. So there goes that little tour boat, packed with people. More boats as they head to Key Biscayne. So some of the boats here, even a jet ski. So you can just take your little boat, you can go out that little channel and go that way and go to Key Biscayne. Rickenbacker Causeway is over there. That was the inspiration for the Bee Gees' first big hit, Jive Talkin'. Believe it or not. When they went over the Rickenbacker Causeway, the thumping of the segments of the bridge made a peculiar beat. And it gave them the beat for Jive Talking. It looks like that drawbridge does go down, at least one of them. I'm in the back, so this is near the, more towards the back. And now we have turned and we are now moving, definitely moving forward. So you stay here for just a few minutes, I'll show you Fisher Island. Yep, we're definitely aft. We've made that turn. I took the Brightline train down from Orlando this morning. It was easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Met a couple of older ladies. They got on in Fort Lauderdale and they were taking the train to Miami. They were going to go to a modern art museum. A lot of things to do here. I used to go to Bayside all the time, hang out there, just watch the ships. I remember 1987 sitting there and I saw the largest cruise ship in the world docked over here. It was the Sovereign of the Seas. It was amazing. There's another tour boat packed with people. So from the Miami Central Station of the Brightline, it's like 3 miles. Ooh, did you hear that? He's saying to someone, stay away. Or maybe he's waving to us. We'll wave to him. Yeah, he's waving. You know, sometimes you see dolphins here in the water. I'll let you know if I see any. And we are moving forward. You'll be flying in from Miami. So from the airport, it's like a 20-minute drive from the airport. Yeah, it cost me actually $16 from the Miami Central Station to the airport, to the port of Miami. For you, they're probably going to charge you $25 from the airport. And there is the Scarlet Lady. There's our Miami-Dade police. keeping us safe, keeping the boat traffic away. There's your look at Bayside Marketplace. There is your Virgin Voyages Scarlet Lady, the first in their fleet of ships. It's kind of a weird looking ship. Lots of ropes tied up. This is where they tie up. That's their terminal. I don't see people like on their balconies, which is kind of weird. I don't know where everyone is on that ship. It's almost like the ship's not going to leave. I don't know, maybe it leaves later tonight. Not sure what time they depart. It is 5:28 p.m. I have a rendezvous with the casino in 45 minutes. This is the old Royal Caribbean terminal. I think it's G, Terminal G. This is where the Grandeur of the Seas was. The smaller Royal Caribbean ships will go there. More tower cranes indicating more buildings going up. There is the Royal Caribbean headquarters. Right there. There is your Royal Caribbean headquarters. And if you look at the building from above, it has the shape of a crown and anchor. Oh, you see the slides. Yep. I was back there surfing on the Flow Rider for like 4 hours today. Make sure you're subscribing to my channel, please. And hit the thumbs up. I bring you the total cruise experience. Room tours, ship tours, excursions, gambling. That's right, roulette, gambling. Ship excursions, private excursions, tips on what the best things to do in all of the ports. I don't think anyone knows better than me what to do in any of the ports. I can tell you all the things to do in any of the ports. St. Kitts, Puerto Plata, St. Martin, Dominica, you name it. St. Lucia, one of my favorites. Probably my favorite Caribbean island is St. Lucia. I will probably try Virgin. They may have they may have the best food on the seas. Yeah, MSC's supposed to be good too. That's a nice shot. There's a huge yacht over there. Okay, we're going to be passing by this MSC ship. Let me see. So that is Royal Caribbean Terminal G. This is, I believe, a Carnival terminal right here. Probably F, Terminal F, I think. As the Miami-Dade police escort us out. We're on Oasis of the Seas. There's the Royal Caribbean headquarters. The campus. If you look at it from above, buildings are shaped like a crown and anchor. The logo of the company. There's parking garages over there. There's a big parking garage there, all for cruise ship. This is the Carnival cruise ship pier terminal. Yes, I'm Pinnacle. I've been on over 200 Royal Caribbean cruises. I stopped counting after 200. There's where the tunnel comes up, that structure there. Tunnel comes up. And we're coming upon, let me see, did that ship leave? Maybe that ship left before us, the MSC. MSC's building a new pier, a new terminal, new pier I'll show you that. We're going to be passing right by that. It's in front of Terminal A, so it's actually closer. And they're having to dredge out some former land, build the port. And this was one of the cruise ships docked over here. Not sure which one, but MSC will be locating to the new terminal. It might be, I don't know if it's going to be called Terminal AA. I don't know. But it's going to be done later this year, I think. And on the other side, lots of container freight. And fun fact I'm going to show you, this is really interesting. How did George Lucas get his inspiration for the Imperial Skywalkers in Star Wars? Oh, thank you very much for watching my Icon of the Seas videos. I have over 100 Icon of the Seas videos. I still got to post more. I have some on the water slide one. It might have been an MSC docked right there. Dun 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 dun. Those freight loading containers were the inspiration for George Lucas in the Imperial Skywalkers, Imperial Walkers. So those freight loading containers, they give George Lucas the inspiration for the Imperial Walkers in Star Wars. Okay, so here's the MSC Divina. It is going to let us pass first. This could have been another Carnival ship docked here. There was 7 ships in port today. There is your MSC Divina. You can see Seaboard Freight over there. They got a lot of freight containers. Seaboard Freight. And Oasis of the Seas could be the 7th largest cruise ship in the world. Can we count backwards? Icon. Wonder. Symphony, Harmony. Icon, Wonder. Symphony, Harmony. Allure, Oasis. Unless there's another cruise line. It's the 6th largest in the world in Royal Caribbean. I don't know if there's another cruise line that has a larger ship. It could be the 6th Oasis of the Seas, 6th largest cruise ship. So there is MSC Divina, Mediterranean Shipping Corporation. That's what MSC stands for. Privately held. I hear they are a cruise line to be reckoned with. Here is your Norwegian Cruise Line's new terminal. I'm not sure if this is Terminal AA. It might be AA. I'm not really sure. But it's the new Norwegian Cruise Terminal, opened last year, in 2023. There is your MSC Divina. Not too many people out on the balcony. Just a few scattered here and there. Doesn't look like a lot of activity on their pool deck. Not sure when they're leaving. Should be soon. There's the new Norwegian terminal for their big ship. The dock really wasn't modified much. They just built the terminal alongside. I don't think they did anything new in here. You know what? I do have a recollection they did, because I remember when this was still being built, they had a sheet piling and they were dredging it. So they did have to dredge this out. We are on Royal Caribbean Oasis of the Seas. It's gotta be the 6th largest cruise ship in the world. Maybe 7th if another company has one that's bigger. I don't remember. But probably the 6th largest cruise ship in the world. And there is the NCL new terminal. Interesting, it's like all glass. So Oasis of the Seas was the very first ship in a new class project, Genesis. And the Oasis of the Seas introduced the first neighborhood concept, the first ship to have zip line, the first ship to have the neighborhoods, the first ship to have the Central Park, boardwalk, aqua theater. And when was the Oasis of the Seas built? How about 2008? 2008? Or 2009. Allure was built in 2010. So Oasis could be late 08, early 09. But it was a game changer. It was a game changer. Now, they just released another new class of ship, the Icon class. Good evening. It's a great ship, but it's like twice the price of other cruises. So it's just the way it is. You just search the... Well, most of the time, you don't feel anything on these ships. Yeah, that big propeller in the... There it is. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's right there. I think that cost like almost $1 million. It's like gold-plated. So there is your Royal Caribbean Terminal A. There is your parking garage. That's an expensive parking garage. My favorite restaurant on Oasis? Wow. You know, I have never been to 150 Central Park. So that's a lot of people's favorite. Other than that, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I probably like the Italian, you know, like Giovanni's or Chops. I actually like the El Loco Fresh, which is Mexican. I like Johnny Rockets and I like Playmakers. And I like Izumi. Yeah, Oasis is really beautiful. That's the new fancy terminal. It's beautiful. And so that the main parking garage is there, but this parking garage is going to be for MSC. And this is the new MSC terminal right here that's being built. And this is kind of what they were doing last year over there. So you see how the land that kind of goes out, they had to dig in and make more water there. So they're kind of doing the same thing here. And they had to dredge, so everything is sheet piled. The water does flow underneath and come up, but at least it's keeping the currents away and it's kind of keeping it isolated and keeps the erosion from reoccurring. So when they get all this all dredged out, it'll be all water. And they're still working over there, it sounds like. Not many people are working, maybe people on the inside, but man, that's going to be a huge terminal. All their dedicated parking garage. So there's your Imperial walkers. And they load these freight cargo liners, you know, probably 24 hours a day. And they're loading them up, and who knows where they're heading. Could be heading to another country. Sounds like they're still doing work over here. This is a long terminal. It's huge. You hear banging noises, so there's still some work going on there. And we're coming up to Fisher Island here in a minute. Off in the distance, you see Rickenbacker Causeway going over to Key Biscayne. So there's some buildings back there. That's big hotel and golf course and all that. That's all on Key Biscayne. 150 Central Park. I have to go. Have to go. I might do that on Harmony in end of March. It'll be my first time ever. You hear a lot of banging noises from the construction. So we're coming up to Fisher Island, but you can see they have this area. They will be finished dredging it later this year. And all this had to be dredged, and they poured new concrete because the land was out to here. So they created all this, all that was created into water. So they poured new retaining walls and the large amount of freight. There's Fisher Island. The only way you can get a car there is by a car ferry. And it's on the other side of us to the left of the ship. Look how long this walkway is on this terminal from MSC. This is crazy. Way down here, all the way, and then their main terminal down over there. Wow. Disney's going to use this as well. There's some currents. It's interesting. It's almost like water flowing out underneath the sheet piling. So there's Fisher Island again. Originally was just some mangrove swamps, and Carl Fisher built it. They dredged and filled, and it's very, very exclusive. He traded that island for a mega yacht. I forgot the country he traded it with, but question, what kind of a room did you get? Okay, this is just a regular balcony. So, regular balcony. There's the room. It's just standard balcony, just by myself. I didn't unpack yet, but the balcony's nice. And so over there on the other side of Fisher Island, a lot of boats just anchored over there, just hanging out for the day, just like they were on the other side near Star Island. Well, I hope you have a safe trip down. And like I said, there's a car ferry. It's the only way to get your cars onto Fisher Island. They have a small golf course there. And it's a very high per capita wealth, net wealth, as you can imagine. There's some mega yachts. And they will be able to go out into the ocean from there. Who knows? They're going for an evening pleasure cruise. A couple of them. There's one there. Going to go for an evening pleasure cruise. Hopefully not a 3-hour tour. Hopefully longer. We're going to go for a sunset cruise. It's nice out. I know. I was on the flow rider till like 4:30 or almost 5, and then I got back to the room and had enough time to just open up the suitcase and grab my phone and do a video here of the Sailaway, a live stream. There's the car ferry. right there. So very interesting. That's the car ferry to get your car from the mainland to Fisher Island. And here's a little yacht there that said, you know what, we better wait. The other two went ahead of them. This guy's waiting. Now, what are those? They're possibly water storage tanks. I think they're water storage tanks. But the island is very wealthy. You can see part of the golf course here in the center. Some fairways over there. Right there. There's the car ferry. We're in Miami on Royal Caribbean Oasis of the Seas. We are leaving. We had to go to the Turning Basins, so it's literally taken us like almost 45 minutes just to go down to the end, turn around, and head out. And it's beautiful, 72 degrees. There's the car ferry. Got 12 cars on there. And there's another ferry coming back with probably about 10 cars. So there's ferries back and forth. Doesn't look like you have to wait very long. Looks like they have built some new land onto this, and who knows what they're going to put there. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching, Chris. Yep, definitely regular ocean view balcony. There's the Miami-Dade police giving us our escort as we are passing Fisher Island. You can get a good look at the golf course. You could look up on anything, you know, ChatGPT or whatever, and ask what's the average residence cost to live on Fisher Island. It's got to be over $1 million. Here's a condo there. They have a rooftop area there with some vegetation. Looks like they have a restaurant down at the bottom. Fancy, fancy. People come down here for the winter. Some beautiful open air seating out there. They can watch the cruise ships. There's a little putting green right there. Oh, here's a little boat. Looks like they're pulling up something. I don't know what they're doing. Fisher Island, look at this. Luxury condos. They got your pool there. Looks really plush. You have tennis courts over there. Gazebo. Wow. We're almost there. There's some birds dive bombing for some fish. They must see a lot of fish down there, right over there. These are probably your premium location right here as we get out of the channel here in the port of Miami on Oasis of the Seas. Look at these birds. Ooh, dive bombing. There's one there trying to... Okay, look at this. There is your beaches on Fisher Island. They have buoys there that says, do not come over here if you're a boat. There's the luxurious Fisher Island and your beaches. I rode like 4.5 hours on the flow rider. Thank you very much. That's really nice right there. And see those buildings? Key Biscayne. You go south of that, you start getting to the Keys. So thanks for coming along with me on Royal Caribbean Oasis of the Seas. Please hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing for lots of videos, cruise ship excursions, room tours, ship tours, food, tastings, gambling, flow rider, you name it, anything with a cruise. Total cruise experience. Live and organic. No fake editing, fancy music. You see it like I see it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Peace out.